patio.
Coming up later this hour, take a look at these photographs. We're going to talk with the man who tours around and does this for a living. We'll see what all he has in store for us. Thank you very much, Wendy. Hey, you're taking a look at some of the work of photographer Michael Sheehan. He has quite a resume, folks, from B.B. King to the Grateful Dead. He has toured with some of the greatest and taken some incredible photos. Michael Sheehan is with us today to tell us about his experience and his work. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
This is home for you, but
Yes,
you have
it
traveled
is.
all over, haven't you?
Many cities.
Now, how did you, we're going to take a look at some of these specifically, but how did you start traveling around and taking photos like this?
Music has always been a great love of mine, and I used to shoot landscape photography and sports photography, and then I started playing music myself, and it was a natural progression. I thought, why not take my cameras into the shows with me? And then once I started accumulating a fairly decent resume, I submitted my work to some of these bands, and then now all of a sudden they want me to come
You're
shoot
a wanted
the show.
man.
So, yeah.
But let's take a look at some of your work here. Let's go back to the first picture there.
That's entitled Greek God. It was taken at the Greek Theater in 1989, and Jerry Garcia has a special place in my heart. I guess you could say that he showed me my wings, so to speak. So.
What year was that?
That was 1989,
Wow.
the last time they played at the Greek Theater.
All right, let's go down to the next photo. We have, we're going to take a look at
Bob Dylan that was taken in Tuscaloosa on Halloween back in 1994.
It looks Halloween.
Yes, nice Halloween colors, yes. That was fortuitous for me. And most of these color shots are Cibachrome prints. They are archival and resistant to light fading.
So how many photographs do you take to get something like that one?
Out of a roll of 36 exposures, generally I'll get about 3 or 4 keepers that are worthy of blowing up and framing.
All right, this next one is Willie Nelson. Go to the left here.
Willie Nelson, that was taken in a friend of mine's place out in Oakman, Alabama. And I mean, you know, everybody knows Willie, and he crosses many genres. So,
Playing that guitar. There's no sound like that one, is there?
One note and you know who it is with him, that's for sure. Very distinctive.
All right, so you travel all over the place to get these kind of photos.
Have camera, will travel.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
What are you, when you're looking through the lens, what are you looking for to get something like that?
Every image has a purpose.
You're not just randomly snapping
No,
pictures.
you look for many things. For instance, you want to try to create contrast in the background. So if there's a light background, I usually shy away from that and try to look for something really dark in the background.
What is this, Michael?
This is entitled Heaven. That's Widespread Panic, who was here this weekend. And that was taken in Birmingham, and the name of the song was Heaven. And so that's what that one's all about.
That's a crazy tour. People just
and then I've got
follow them
a gentleman named Bron Merriweather who creates these very special frames for me from curly maple, and he uses mahogany sometimes, and he's very passionate as well about what he
let's
does.
look at the one of Carlos Santana. We can get a shot of that one.
Carlos Santana, that was at Oak Mountain Amphitheater, and it was Bob Marley's birthday.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah, so he's got the Bob Marley colors on, you know, that you can see there.
Look at that.
And the pursed chin, and that was before he blew up, so to speak.
Before he came back, right?
And got all that recognition.
Pop.
All the recognition that he deserves.
Yeah, he does deserve that because he's been around for a while.
This B.B. King right here,
man.
that was, they asked me to come up to his club in Memphis to shoot that. It was a sickle cell anemia benefit.
Now, if they ask you to come shoot something, what are they looking for you to give their artist?
Well, I think that they recognize the fact that I photograph these musicians in an artistic manner rather than just a documentation.
Not sitting there posing.
You're right, and they want me to get them in their true element. And here he's obviously looking lovingly at Lucille, the famous guitar, and I really like this. You can see a very close-up style and try to get the essence of the musician.
Now, what is this next one we have here?
Devilish Dave here, David Schools. I've got the ultimate respect for him as a musician. He's kind of like the Jerry Garcia of the Widespread Panic. He's got a real big aura, and I gave this to him, and he gave it to his mother.
That looks scary.
So he...
I mean, it looks like you're in a studio posing with different stuff around.
I use no manipulation.
I mean, this is on stage?
This is on stage, and this is as I see it through my viewfinder. There's no manipulation in the dark room, or no Photoshop or anything like that.
I think your manager has a photo. I do want to.
Oh,
we can go ahead and bring that over.
Emmylou Harris.
Yeah, this is. You can go ahead and we can get a shot of that.
That was at the New Orleans Jazz Festival.
That's a great great shot.
And the New Orleans Jazz Festival is like the premier festival event in the world, I think, every year because of just their immense lineup of famous musicians.
Now, shooting someone like Emmylou Harris compared to shooting something like Widespread Panic, I mean, is there a total different way of going about this, or are you still using the same format?
I use pretty much the same format, and my interest in music are so varied. I believe that music is mood, and there's a lot of different moods out there. I mean, I've just got thousands upon thousands of pieces of music, albums, and I enjoy so many
Very
different. I love all these people's
Now,
music.
you actually have gotten a grant for your website, right?
A grant from the Andy Warhol
His website's
Foundation.
pretty incredible.
From the Andy Warhol Foundation. It was wonderful. What they did is they taught me the nuts and bolts of HTMLs and how to create your own website, how to maintain it, which was just incredibly beneficial to me. I believe it's the ultimate advertising vehicle for a photographer.
Well, I had a chance to peruse it, and it has all these photos on there, plus his landscape work. So if you would like to check out some of Michael's work, pretty incredible. You can go to furtherimages.com. That's FURTHERIMAGES, furtherimages.com. And you can click onto that and look at all your wonderful work.
Well, thank you
What
very
a
much.
fun way to make a living.
I love my job, I will say that.
Will you come back and show us some of your landscape?
Absolutely.
Great. I look
We'd
forward
love to do that.
Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you so much.
Mr. Bowling, what do you think?
Interesting.